Hello, everybody. Welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jane Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and I'm your foreign educated physical therapist guide to United States application. I hope you guys are doing great. So, we're continuing with our coverage of different states and their requirements in order to help you as a foreign educated physical therapist with your United States application. Okay, so if you haven't checked out yet on the Just Upright channel, you can hit the playlist and you can see requirements per state. So you can see there the states that I've already made if you are still in the process of choosing where you want to apply here in the US as a physical therapist. Okay, if you need a step-by-step guide to United States application, I can walk you through the process through the masterclass online. It will save you thousands of dollars from wrong decisions of what service you should get while you're applying to the US. Many people are going through the process, but they don't know what to do next. Okay, and they're choosing the wrong service, and they are spending a lot of money, wasting a lot of money, and causing them to be delayed in their process. Okay, so it's very wise to go through the master class because, again, it will give you a clear direction of what to do first, what to do next, and avoiding the mistakes along the way. Okay, I have Mythbusters there. That is the student's favorite because I tell the truth behind the misinformation that many foreign educated physical therapists may believe in, but actually wrong. All the links are down below, by the way. Okay, all my links for my master classes and my one-on-one consultation and my ebooks are down below. Okay, check those ones out. So today we're going to discuss the state of Georgia. Okay, and we're going to see what are the requirements for Georgia and if Georgia is the right state for you. That is coming right up. Here we go. Georgia requirements. Let's go. Okay. So there's so many information here. So again, the way to do this is go to the straight to the Georgia Board of Physical Therapy. Google it out. Foreign educated physical therapist requirements. Okay, and it will take you to the Georgia, rules and regulation of the state of Georgia for application. So we're going to discuss this licensure for foreign educated applicants. Okay, so all applicants who graduated of education programs conducted in foreign country that are not accredited by CAPT and approved by the board must submit credentials prescribed by the board in order to consider for approval to taking license examination. Okay, so transcripts. Okay, so the transcript of records, or we call that TOR, must be evaluated by credential evaluation. So the first part here, it pertains to the evaluation or credentialing process. Okay, we're going to discuss the credentialing agencies that are accepted by the state of Georgia. So its evaluation and copy of transcript directly to the board. Okay, so you have, of course, when you choose a credentialing agency, for example, FCCPT, you have to indicate that you're applying to the state of Georgia. So their evaluation will go from their office from FCCPT to Georgia. Okay, it's an office-to-office communication. Also, if you have had license, okay, either in your own country and or in the US. Many people already are licensed in New York and then they want to transfer to another state. So you have to submit proof of licensure, certification, or registration that is current in good standing to practice physical therapy or proof of appropriate eligibility to practice physical therapy in the country of education must be submitted. Okay? Verification or licensure certification registration in all jurisdictions. So this is from your country and this is from the state if you have a US license. And then applicants educated in non-English speaking physical therapy program must take and receive a passing score of 89 on the TOEFL IBT or IBT TOEFL, including passing score of 22 on writing, passing score of 22 on reading, 21 on listening, and 24 on the speaking section. Okay? Before being allowed to sit for the licensure exam. Official scores results must be submitted to the board. Okay? So, applicants educated in English. So, the letter D is for applicants not educated in English. Letter E, this letter E is for English-speaking physical therapy program must have a school official submit an official letter to the board attesting that the physical therapy curriculum was taught in English. So you can be exempt to the state of Georgia if you can get a letter from your school stating that the therapy program was taught in English. Okay? Once completed application is on file and prior to initiation of traineeship. So traineeship is just like internship. Okay, so you will be doing clinical work but under the supervision of a physical therapist that is licensed in Georgia. All foreign educated applicants must take and pass the NPTE, and Georgia also has the jurisprudence examination. So that is the examination on laws governing the practice of physical therapy in Georgia and the rules of the Georgia State Board of Physical Therapy. Okay? All foreign educated applicants must complete board-approved traineeship consisting of a minimum of 480 hours. Okay? And must be completed within 3 months of the issuance of the traineeship permit. This requirement may be waived at the discretion of the board if the applicant has demonstrated clinical competency with a minimum of 5 years of continuous active practice and license in good standing. Okay, so if you are actively working as a physical therapist and you are licensed as a physical therapist, then they can waive this traineeship. Okay, so you just have to communicate with the board and let them know that you are actively working, has an active license, and you're working minimum at least 5 years as a physical therapist. Okay? Applicants educated in foreign physical therapy program that is accredited by CAPT and approved by the board do not have to submit credential evaluation, but they must meet the conditions of the board rule. Okay? So, that is if the school is CAPT accredited. Okay? So, there's only one school outside of the US that is CAPT accredited. Only CAPT accredited outside the United States is Robert Gordon University in Scotland. Okay, so that's the only outside of the US that is CAPT accredited. Okay, next, training permits. So these are the qualified applicants for training permits. Okay. Graduates of entry-level programs for physical therapists or PTA, either CAPT or non-CAPT accredited school, who have taken and passed the National Licensing Examination or the NPTE and the Jurisprudence Examination for Georgia. Okay, so you will belong here. Okay, for all these qualified applicants. The other ones are reinstatement, who have not practiced for 2 years up to 5 years, or reinstatement who have not practiced for more than 5 years, who had successfully taken and passed the NPTE and the jurisprudence exam. Applicants for endorsement who have not practiced for 2 and up to 5 years, or applicants for endorsement who have not practiced for more than 5 years, who have successfully passed the NPTE and the Georgia jurisprudence exam. Okay, so these are the people qualified to apply for training permits. Okay, initial application and reinstatement application. So you have to have an authorized training permit application form and must be submitted by the trainee's primary supervisor specifying. So your primary supervisor is the licensed physical therapist in Georgia, and they have to specify the following: the name, license number of the trainee supervisor, who will be responsible for the conduct of the traineeship as defined under the section of this rule, the name, address, phone, and fax number and email address of all the sites where the trainee and supervisors may be working during the course of the traineeship, effective dates of the traineeship, acceptance of responsibility of the trainee supervision, and completion of performance evaluation, termination of traineeship as defined herein, and the type of facility. Okay? Renewal. A training permit may be renewed one time for no more than 6 months upon written requests and with approval of the board, and only for one good exceptional reason as determined by the board. For purposes of this rule, good and exceptional reasons include but not limited to death of an immediate family member, or illness or incapacitation of the applicant or immediate family member. Physician statement is required. Jury duty proof is required. Okay? Validity of permit. So the training permit are subject to the following conditions. So able to initiate in state of Georgia within 3 months of the issuance of such permit. Okay, so do not apply for the training permit if you think that you won't be here within 3 months to use it, okay, because it expires. Must be returned to the board by the trainee with a brief explanation as of why it was not used. 480 hours, as mentioned before, traineeship must be completed within 3 months of initiation. 1,000-hour traineeship must be completed in no less than 6 months or no more than 1 year if approved by the board. A training permit shall become invalid and must be immediately returned to the board office by the trainee if the trainee fails to complete the traineeship within the above prescribed time frames, or if the trainee does not exhibit performance satisfactory to the primary supervisor. Okay, so all of those information, and including this one, is about the traineeship. Okay, the primary supervisor or alternate supervisor named on the training permit application holds full responsibility under their license for direct, continuous on-site supervision of the trainee at all times. The supervisor must assure that the trainee does not perform any patient care activities in his or her absence. If for some reason the primary supervisor cannot fulfill their duties as supervisor, a new application requesting a new supervisor must be approved by the board. The trainee may not participate in direct patient care until a new supervisor is approved by the board. The supervisor and alternate supervisor must hold a Georgia license in good standing, have practiced in full-time not less than 1 continuous year. The supervisor must regularly evaluate trainee performance in all areas, co-signing any documentation. The supervisor must submit performance evaluation on the board-approved traineeship performance evaluating reporting form. Primary supervisor must notify the board of any unsatisfactory performance. Supervising therapist will supervise no more than 2 trainees at one time. Supervisor must notify the board within 10 business days when the trainee satisfactorily completes the traineeship. Okay? So it's kind of tight for Georgia because they have so many rules about you being supervised. In your clinical practice, you cannot just, like in New York, once you are licensed, or in Illinois or in Missouri, once you're licensed, you can practice on your own. Some states have traineeship or supervised clinical practice. Okay. Then this one they mentioned here. In addition to NPTE, the board has the right to require practical and or oral examination in cases where the board deems it necessary to establish the qualifications of the individual. Okay, so this is it is not part of the process, but they can if they feel that they need to do a practical or oral examination. Okay, licensure, reciprocity. So this reciprocity is you have license, okay, from another state, and then you're going to want to transfer your license to Georgia. Okay, the board may, in its discretion, register physical therapist or physical therapist assistant without an examination. Okay, because you're already licensed, so you don't need to take the NPTE again. Any applicant applying for licensure who is a graduate of physical therapy or PTA accredited by CAPT and approved must provide. So these ones are for CAPT accredited. Okay, you can pause this video if you're CAPT accredited, and you can go through this requirements. We're going to discuss the ones for foreign educated. Okay, this is, as you can see here, it says not accredited by CAPT. Okay, so for foreign educated physical therapists, verification of active license in good standing from another state, verification of licensure in good standing from the state board of all states in which the applicant has held license to actively practice, verification of active practice in 2 years, okay, immediately preceding the date of this application, official evaluation and transcript from the credential evaluation. Okay, so you will have to go through the credentialing process again. The good news with Georgia is that the coursework tool that they're going to use is the one that is based at the time of your graduation. Okay, so this is for reciprocity. Okay, this is if you already have license from another state. You already passed the NPTE, your license from another state. You're transferring your license to Georgia. So the coursework tool is not necessarily coursework tool number 6, especially if you're a graduate years ago. They're going to do a retro evaluation, credentialing. Passing of the NPTE and passing of the jurisprudence examination. Proof of graduation from accredited physical therapy or PTA program or credential evaluations deemed substantially equivalent to professional degree, and satisfactory completion of licensing examination shall be deemed to be prima facie evidence of the compliance with the law. The board, however, may request further verification of any credentials submitted if deemed necessary to evaluate the application. Okay, so that is for reciprocity. Okay, so this is for the fee. Okay, so the fee for Georgia physical therapy application is not bad, $75. Other states are $200, $300. Okay, so for PTA is $75. For renewal of your license before December 31st is $65. Renewal for PTA is $45. Renewal after December 31st, PT is $90. For PTA is $55. Reinstatement with the license expired less than 2 years, $100. More than 2 years, $150. Okay, inactive status is no fee. Okay, and then if you want additional license, pocket card, certificate, these are the fees for that. Okay, so you have to remember, make fees payable to Georgia State Board of Physical Therapy. Application fees are non-refundable. Many people are asking me if they can refund if they change their mind. Once you pay the state, it's non-refundable. Okay, processing fee of $5 for online application and $10 for paper applications must be submitted along with the application fee. So if you're going to pay online plus $5, so it's going to be $80. If you're going to do a paper submission of your application plus $10, so that's $85. Okay. Compact privilege fees for Georgia compact fee. You have to pay directly the PT Compact Commission, 65. Commission compact fee to be paid again directly, so 45. So it's like $110, okay, for the compact. This is the Georgia jurisprudence examination. You have to register to FSBPT. It's $65. Okay. Waiver for military. So this is for U.S. military, not your own country military. This is for U.S. military. Okay. So this is for compact privilege. The total is 175. Okay, for if you're going to do a compact. If you need help with understanding what is compact, I'll put the video here. Okay, for you to understand if you can use compact or not. For foreign educated, if you're going to work and live in Georgia, you cannot use the compact. Okay, the PT compact. You have to be licensed through the regular process. Okay. So this is from frequently asked questions, part of the Georgia website, okay, for Board of Physical Therapy. So the question is, I am a foreign trained applicant. What do I need to become licensed in Georgia? So this is a snapshot, okay, non-refundable fees, like the summary of what they need, fingerprint background check, okay, application for that can be found on their website. Applications are void after 60 days from the date of notification of application deficiencies. So they will communicate with you, you are lacking this, you are lacking that. So you have 60 days to complete those missing documents. After 60 days, you did not submit the documents that are missing, then your application will be withdrawn and you will need to reapply. Okay, so that is very important to know about Georgia. You have to pass the NPTE, you have to pass the TOEFL, you have to pass the Georgia law examination, more than 80. Okay, is the passing score 80 or more. Traineeship permit is required prior to issuance of Georgia license. And then the two credentialing agencies being accepted in Georgia are only FCCPT and IERF. Okay? FCCPT, IERF. Applicants must submit official transcript from college or university. Okay? So aside from the transcript that your school will submit to the FCCPT or IERF, your school have to submit also transcript directly to the Georgia Board of Physical Therapy. All right, guys, that's a lot of information. I hope that is helpful for you as you navigate your way to the U.S. applying as a foreign educated physical therapist. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you have any other state suggestion that you want me to cover the requirements for that state. Any question, clarification, just put the comment down below. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate all the subscribers, all the viewers, because it helps us help other fellow foreign educated physical therapists around the world to lessen the burden of U.S. applications. So be part of the community, be an ambassador for Just Upright. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for boosting the channel. And please do share the video, like the video, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I wish you all the best with your application. You are needed here in the U.S. Until the next video, stay blessed.